fucking...
Didn't work?
Yeah, it did.
Right.
Just that fucking... the intro again. Fucking blasting my damn...
That one? That intro?
Yeah. Our unscripted.
I'm getting very South Park with that song. It's going to be... Herder,
Take your jam!
Took my jam!
Take my jam!
Shit, there might be a little interruption in my audio, by about 2 seconds, but
Okay.
now I'm fine.
That is fantastic.
Okay, Craig.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, Craig, what are you fucking running Mac right there, buddy?
Double disc
You running
right
GarageBand there?
Double disc.
Knock out your wire every fucking drunk ass.
If I was Craig, I'll just do it random times.
Using your stupid fucking iPhone fucking headphones to monitor your fucking...
Not Craig.
playback?
Craig's GarageBand.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Craig's
Not
not
Craig.
Craig.
Craig's
do that.
shitty 10-year-old MacBook Air,
Fucking cocksucker.
which runs off hope and dreams.
I like how
Yeah, we're fresh out of that, buddy.
they're saying thank you, Edge, and everything, but they're not saying he retired. So.
Still on? Like, what are they doing right now?
No,
They're
on
celebrating?
WWE, they're posting on their social
Oh, I
media.
was gonna say
What
they
a match.
forgot to-
Thank you,
They forgot to
Edge.
end the broadcast.
What a match. What a match. That meant absolutely nothing.
telling you.
Thanks, Edge. What a
They got-
match.
But you know what's
So
funny?
dumb.
What AEW
So
posted?
stupid, cuz. It was a match that meant nothing. Why?
I know.
My
And it's
last
funny.
match, maybe. Because it's my last match, maybe.
I bet they're going to let
That's why
him...
That's why everybody's so up in arms in social media.
There's no way
We're
Edge
so
is not going to
fickle.
retire at. There's no way Edge is not going
Craig's
to retire
like,
at
wow,
WrestleMania.
it's going to get us in trouble later.
Yeah, it's got to be WrestleMania. But you know
There's
what?
no way Edge is gonna- yeah.
He's gonna have multiple retirees.
You know what?
So
yeah, he's
you'll
going to be like
we'll
Ric Flair.
fine.
You know?
Yeah.
You know,
Edge's last
AEW,
match.
AEW just posted... Well, they posted this an hour ago, which was before the match. It says, will Darby Allin see his path to AEW All In and All Out clearly with Christian out of his way? I see clearly on this day. So what does that mean?
He's gotta-
Do you think maybe they're going to let Edge do a one-timer with Christian at All In, maybe? Or show up at least, just to interference?
They would.
I don't know why they would though. I mean, I don't
No,
think
they
I
would
don't think
never.
they go out of their way. Yeah, I don't think they go out of their way to sabotage.
Or is
anything
AEW
that
just
does
trying to
not.
tease you like he is going to be there to get more people
I
to
think
buy it?
so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Fucking grifters.
By the
Yeah,
way,
that's
since we're starting with that to me that's like the best thing in that fucking company right now is the Darby Allin with
Yeah, and
Fox
Sting.
Swerve
that's
and Sting.
Yeah,
Man,
that is the
dude,
best thing.
all the vignettes. I think 2 weeks ago, Craig, we watched that vignette where Swerve went to where Darby trained or whatever. Like that was not where Darby trained, but
The young kid, the new guy.
the young
whatever
his
his
school,
that
his wrestling school.
Darby
Sir
school.
Ble-
Yeah,
the guy
yeah.
that hasn't been around
So they
for
went
a
in
cup
there,
of
and
coffee.
that
his
whole
wrestling
vignette
school.
was awesome. Swerve is so good, and like it was awesome. And then now, like I just love the tension between him and Sting doing his thing. Sting was really good.
What was
I
he
like that
singing
he's-
on Wednesday? What the hell was that?
He's like, get a job. I don't know.
Was he singing a song?
Are you talking
Sting,
about Sting?
yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was a popular, so it was a known song.
But I
What
like
was he
that.
singing?
I didn't care for the
Some
Joker
pump
Sting in
Cenabo.
Impact, but I like that
Cenabo.
he's talking more because it seems like Sting hasn't. I mean, I know he's cut some promos here and there in AEW, but he's been more quiet, and now
Yeah,
now
now
that
he's
the
being
Joker,
like charismatic Sting. again.
yeah,
He's
I like
you know,
I like that he's doing
like
that.
Cuz said he was kind of like the Joker Sting again. He painted the smile on his
Yep.
face, the small smile, the little small one.
Dude, if Sting, man, I love Sting. Sting's the best. He's got it.
Wait,
I just can't. I want to see 80,000 people respond to him when he goes to Wembley,
Especially
and I
when
want
he
Sting
goes,
to jump off something high.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Why is he wearing white makeup? That guy's weird.
He's got the red
stuck from the
Joker
80s.
smile on.
Why did they tell us to shower before we came? I don't
Who's this
understand.
black trench coat?
I don't even know if that's
That guy's
real, by the
weird.
way.
Do you know what
What?
he looks like? The Crow. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
The Crow. The Crow.
Sting's gonna win whether he likes it or not.
Like England hasn't advanced since '92 because after SummerSlam they went into
Yeah.
depression, so they just
Yeah.
still stuck in the '90s.
It's like the next day after. That.
Yeah,
I mean, the real question
they
is...
just woke up.
is-
Everyone just woke up. From
Is Cash
That was
Wheeler
a
going to
bloody
make it? Is
hanger.
Cash Wheeler going to make it to
Oh.
All In, guys, or
He
what?
is. He has no restrictions on travel.
Yeah.
They didn't take his visa.
Yeah.
He's good to go. I don't know who started the rumor
Which-
that he wasn't going to make that.
and I'm going to
England.
side with Tony Khan. I don't know
Well,
how many people.
It's not much of a rumor when
Tony
you
Khan.
have aggravated assault with a firearm. You
Well-
might get stuff revoked.
Tony Khan
I'm
just bribed him
saying.
with a bunch of coke, and then he's like,
Oh, my.
That's just cash being cash.
and I got lots of cash to play with.
We're excited to
What-
let you
what an
know that
idiot.
we're aware of the charges.
I'm not
Special
sure what
announcement.
happened. See you
He
next
will,
Wednesday.
he
I'm
will
not sure
have
what
his
happened,
day in
but I can
court.
tell you what, we got a lot of money to play with.
I don't know.
Wait a
Deal
minute.
with this
Wait a
shit.
minute.
They're the
Craig.
real gun club. Ha 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 ha. ha.
Craig. He will have his day in court.
Just holds it.
On this day, actually.
I can't answer your question until I consult with CM Punk. I'll be
Yeah,
right
exactly.
Oh
Wow.
my
Did you hear
God.
Ace Steel is actually back? He doesn't have to go to the buildings and he got paid for all the back pay. Punk really does
Good.
that TK, round his finger.
Which it could be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. I guess
What do
depends.
you mean? How's it a good thing?
Well, it's a good thing because like Collision's clearly the best show.
It is.
And
It's
Jim
the
Ross
better
said
show.
something really cryptic on like not his last podcast, but the one before. He was talking about because they just wheel him out now for the main event match at
Yeah.
Collision because he can't.
Oh my
fucking do
god,
the
when he was
podcast.
just standing there when
Murder.
Kenny
Oh
Omega
my
was
god,
getting
that
beaten
shit
up?
was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Fuck it. He's all.
And which we got to talk about that too because Kenny Omega.
Sorry to
So,
interrupt
so
you.
they just wheel him out there for the main event at Collision. But he said on his thing, he was like, he's all, I like the environment backstage at Collision. It's simple, no drama, and like he was like, he kept iterating that. I was like, interesting. Like
That's where
he's all,
my
it's less crew, it's less talent. He's
Yeah.
like, it's not so chaotic, and I was like,
That's why I say
interesting.
it could be a good thing and a bad thing because then if
It's
if
the
also,
best show that they have.
It
Honestly,
is.
I like Collision every week. It's the easiest show.
But if Tony
to
Khan
watch.
is too pussy whipped by Punk, then that could be a bad thing too. If
Yeah,
Punk
for
has
sure.
his shitty attitude that he's known for.
And plus, like Dynamite apparently is Monday Night Raw now, or Nitro, whatever you want to call it. Like that's their sports entertainment show.
It is.
Collision's their wrestling show.
Collisions
and,
are SmackDown. I mean,
Well,
Rampage
you're
is like
saying
their-
you're saying that chainsaw people aren't part of like hardcore wrestling? What?
that's their
do you
sports
mean?
entertainment, dude. Pal.
What do you mean?
And that
But
I mean,
Collision is their SmackDown.
Brian
What do you
Alvarez
mean-
said it
what do
best.
you
He's
mean?
like, Brian Alvarez said it best. He's like, you have to do advertising. If the network tells you to do something, you have to do it. But he was like, but I have one question. He's like the zombies and Miz, and he cited all that stuff. And then he just goes, but why does it have to be so dumb? He's like, I don't understand. Why does it have to be so dumb?
It is
like,
dumb. They're all dumb.
You gotta do the
why are you
chainsaw
making
thing
me
fine,
agree?
no
why are you
problem.
making
But
us
it's like,
agree
why-
with Brian Alvarez
Yeah.
right now? What's the matter with you? Don't ever.
But
do
he was
that.
like, you got to do the Chainsaw Massacre thing. Fine.
Yeah.
TBS says it's in your contract.
but
fine.
make it
He's
make
like, but why do you gotta
sense,
make it so
right?
dumb? Like, why do you gotta do dumb
Yeah.
shit?
Why couldn't they just
why does
had
Miz
it?
have to be eaten by a zombie?
Why
does
couldn't
it
it
be
just
so
been a
dumb?
Why
Like,
couldn't it just been a Texas death match and then they advertise the Chainsaw Massacre and that's it?
yeah, they put him on the
Right.
fucking on the mat or on the every turnbuckle
Yeah.
has. an
Why wasn't it a
advertisement or some shit
Texas
like that.
death match?
Why did he have to come out and
Because
make it look
some
like he was going to
asswipe at
chainsaw
TNT or
everyone in
whatever
half?
was like, no, we have to have like a real character.
What if it was like the real?
That was the arrangement that we
Is
all
there a
signed
way
for.
that Leatherface could interfere?
I mean, I understand, but I think
Also-
I think I know what I'm talking about. So no, you don't. You're not in wrestling. You don't know what you're talking about.
My
Shut your
hands
mouth.
are like this. I think I know what I'm doing with my hands.
yeah,
like
when
this.
I do this means that what I say is going to happen, and you just shut the fuck up. Like that's-
that doesn't work for me,
or
brother.
you can do what I told you to do 30 minutes ago.
It,
Let's
it
put a pin
made
in that, and
the.
we'll circle back to it, and then
It
we'll
made-
talk
That's
about
what
it.
it is. It's just it has. It's
Let's
it's
put a
having
pin in that and
it's
just
having no
have.
So here, if
control.
I'm trying to think logistically, right? So who bleeds almost every week on Dynamite?
Moxley,
I don't know.
what?
Okay, why wouldn't you have Moxley in a Texas chainsaw?
Yeah, why
death
did you
match
have
or
the guys
whatever
that you
when
had in
he's
there?
the violent guy?
Because
of
Mox
the
is like,
thing.
I'm not fucking doing it.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
like,
Maybe
because
not.
that was like Mox's
then-
one
No, I'm
veto
not
for the year. He's
bleeding,
like,
mate.
he's like, I'll
But
bleed.
the funny thing is,
I'll bleed on
you'll
a bed
have
of
him
nails, but I'm
bleed.
not doing that crap. I'm not doing that.
All that blood, by the way, that was on Jarrett wasn't real blood. It was dumped on his head in the back.
Yeah.
They started the match in the back, and fake blood dumped all over his head.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he wasn't even really bleeding in it. You have a guy who really bleeds for a living in John Moxley, but you don't put him in the Texas death match to advertise Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You have Jeff Jarrett in there with I don't even remember who we fucking fought.
But
now.
can I ask a really
Hardy.
dumb question? Was the
Oh,
chainsaw
Jeff Hardy! Like, what are we doing?
How'd you
was the
forget?
chainsaw actually running and was the chain?
No.
just
yeah,
off
it was actually
No.
Leatherface. He escaped from prison, and they fucking didn't
I
know
mean,
he was
it
gonna-
was running.
Was it sound
It was
effects?
running-
Was it
Yeah.
sound
Yeah.
effects?
Yeah, no, it was running. Like I saw the smoke coming out of the
There's
thing,
just
but
no
it
chain
didn't
on
have
it,
the chain
right?
on it.
Chain wasn't going.
It was like what they did with Chainsaw Charlie in WWE.
I'm okay having no chain on it, but let it run. Like turn it on and let it run. Like
So
I'm pretty sure it was. I
It
think
made
it
the
was.
Mountain Dew Pitch Black match look like Steamboat and Savage. Is what
oh
that did.
my god.
Why?
I don't know.
That's how bad it was.
And you know what? How much better it may have been if it was actually like Moxley versus Jarrett instead.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I
they
mean,
actually
like-
probably would have actually had a really good match. You know, Moxley
Yeah,
could have
and they would have
bled.
bled, and like it would
Yeah.
have been fine. Like
I
it would've
bet-
been-
you know
Jarrett may
what?
have bled for real too with Moxley.
As stupid and as silly as this is, because it's a movie, I bet there was they didn't want anyone to really bleed. They wanted to use a fake fucking bucket.
I mean, they did
and didn't
tell
wanna
them that
have,
they
like,
want to
a
scale back,
total
right, on all that
deathmatch.
stuff, on the bleeding and everything. So even though Moxley
Yeah,
still has
Moxley's-
been doing it every week,
Moxley's the only one that has it in his contract.
yeah,
I
I have
must
to bleed. I have to
He's, oh,
bleed.
don't do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleed no matter what.
Oh, what'd I do? What'd I do?
And Tony Khan's like, okay, point taken.
Oh, give me a hug, Tony.
And I wish they would change the name
Let's-
Blackpool
It's blood all over.
Bring it
Let's
in.
fucking-
Bring it in.
Blackpool Comic Club. I wish
Come
they would
on,
change
bring
the
it
name.
in.
Yeah, because now the Regal's gone. Doesn't really make sense.
Or have what's his name, Nigel McGuinness manage them and then.
Which I heard he's coming back.
Well, he's been commentating, or wasn't he
He's
commentating?
yeah, he's
No,
color
like he wants
commentator
to. He wants to in-ring wrestle again.
Well, then
Oh,
he's
please
probably gonna be
do.
their partner at All In.
Oh God.
Ah, see,
On this
put it
day.
together. On this day. Oh, because then he's British.
on
Yep,
the stage.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, fuck, I hope he doesn't hurt himself.
Chuck my
Nigel,
jar.
Well,
Jesus.
let him be with them, and he
My
doesn't.
jar.
He can be protected. He doesn't have to wrestle all the
Yeah.
time.
Clothesline, and Nigel is not moving.
And Nigel.
Oh, an elbow tie-up, and Nigel
Bloody
is not
no.
moving.
So their
Nigel-
tickets that's sold,
We'll
it's
be right
already
back.
surpassed WrestleMania 32's paid attendance. Do we know if that's like legit? Like, is it going to be like how every time after WrestleMania when they tout their attendance and then the next day actually it's 20,000 less than that? Is it going to be something like that, or do we think it's legitimately the 80,000+? Like,
No,
are any
only
of,
WWE lies about their numbers, cuz. Let's just, please.
Oh, you never
Stop trying
know.
to find every little thing to attack AEW about. They have
No.
80,000 people there. People need
No,
to hear
it's a
that
legit
and
question
learn that it's real.
because they call it out
And
after
all
the
the
fact.
reports have been from Ticketmaster, and the ticket distribution centers have been reporting
All,
over 80,000.
yeah, and
Well, that's what I'm saying.
All
So
I
is
would-
it-
all I
are they
would
gonna
say, and
show
all
that?
I,
So-
all I would
Yeah.
hope for is
Dave
that
Meltzer calls
that
the
they're-
same
actually show
sources
that.
for WWE, and they all report lower than what WWE. That's why Dave Meltzer's like, no, they didn't have.
And that's
80,000
fine. If he's
on night
reporting
No,
one.
I'm
the
not
same
saying
place.
I'm not saying AEW is lying. I'm
Yeah.
saying is that like the legit like paid attendance, or are we going to find out after the fact? Is what I'm saying. Or
No,
asking.
that's a legit paid
Okay.
attendance because Meltzer calls the sources and gets that information.
Oh.
He does that for Mania too,
Hold on.
and then that's why on when they lie on the air and then they do their quarterly whatever call, they tell the real attendance, and then Meltzer's
gotcha.
like, "I fucking."
I
told
hate to
you.
say it. If you put a SummerSlam in that building, I mean,
Yeah,
it'll,
no. In that case, WWE just straight lies. Like that's literally.
I
What
get
they
it.
do. They're
I understand
Vince
what you're
lies
saying.
over and over.
I understand what you're saying, but if you put
That's
you
not
put
true.
that-
I think
but
he's,
if you
like,
put
holding money,
SummerSlam in
hush
that
money behind his
building, they will sell 80,000 in less than
They'll
2
they'll
weeks.
they'll
They would
blow
sell
it out. Yeah, they'll blow
They'd
that
blow it
record
out.
Now, make no
I-
mistake about it. If the roles were reversed and WWE was there, I think WWE wouldn't have to lie because obviously, if
I think they
AEW's drawn this money
Yeah,
over there, WWE
exactly.
would.
Which
They
I
could
got
put an
50
extension on the
free
fucking
tickets
arena.
from
that's
WWE
something.
would sell it out.
That's something that's stupid with Dave Meltzer though, because you'd be like, oh, if they could do it, they would have done it, but they didn't, so they don't. That's why they didn't do it. I'm like, bullshit.
Well,
Okay,
no,
now you're
that's
just
bullshit.
Now you're
They
just-
could've been
in
there
there
at
they
all
did
time.
Clash of the
Like-
Castle in Wales because Wales paid everything to them.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Yeah,
they
that's
got
what they're
a
waiting
check.
for now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
like,
and
you
that's-
mean to tell me that during the Attitude Era, they couldn't have gone to fucking like Wembley and put 90,000 people? Of course they could.
So it's funny
They
as,
could have done it any time.
as soon as Meltzer said that, all the cultists start saying that. Oh,
Oh,
WWE didn't do it because they didn't have the confidence to do it. You saw everyone like basically almost copy and pasting what he said after the fact.
They
I'm
put
like,
they
okay.
put over
Okay.
they put
Yeah.
almost 60,000
That's
people
what
in
Vince McMahon is
Detroit.
known for. Vince McMahon
In
is known for no
Detroit, dude,
confidence.
there's no guys. There's no money in Detroit. They put almost 60,000 people in that thing, and there's no
I
money
know.
in Detroit. Like people are paying foreclosing their homes for tickets. Like, come on,
Oh my God, those ticket
But there's-
prices for Mania Philly.
There's-
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
they're
that's
outrageous.
insane. And they sold
So
90,000
apparently they
already.
sold 90,000
yeah.
in 2 days, and the
What?
The
That's a
gate
pretty
is bigger
impressive.
than both nights already of SoFi
That's pretty.
Hold
because
on.
you have $10,000.
you sold 90,000
Cultists
to
are
two-
downplaying those numbers already.
So, Craig, you're really saying you sold 45,000 tickets so far?
It's
for
not
2 days,
impressive.
right?
It's
Yeah.
for 2
That's
nights.
still
of
impressive.
For each
WrestleMania.
day.
That's amazing.
Yeah, for
It's
each
very
day.
impressive, but
What, Jess?
go ahead. Jess.
For each day, basically. So combined, it's 90,000
Yeah.
for both
But
nights.
that's still
Yeah,
good.
so it's
That's still fucking good.
45,000 people
For 2
bought
days-
tickets
in
so
2
far,
days,
essentially.
And that's just the
Pre-sale,
it's fine.
pre-sale. Like, yeah,
It's fine.
they're gonna have
That's
another
amazing.
soft sale, and then they'll have a regular general sale. They'll sell out with no.
Yeah, and then
problem.
they'll
It's not
fucking
gonna
sell
be an issue.
500,000. Legit.
500,000.
That's
So
just
said
a
500,000, yeah.
and then the cultists will still be like, but that's between 2 days.
like the whole parking lot's like full. People just
That's-
standing up on their cars.
I don't know. There's something to be said about putting 80,000 people in seats for 2 days, which they almost did in SoFi. It was like 78, I think, or something like
Yeah,
that. It was,
it's
Man.
Except Philly in
it's
March
being
might be
downplayed
fucking
in the,
cold. It could
cultist
be.
camps right now.
It could be.
yeah, that stadium's outdoor, right? Or no?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that.
Stupid fucking Eagles.
And god damn it, man. See, this is the thing. I feel like a lot of the dream matches that we've already gotten in AEW, some of those should have been saved for this All In pay-per-view. Because it's just a...
It's so
it should be
weird,
called-
right?
It should be called All Trios, because that's literally what almost all the matches are.
It's
It's
all
fucking-
trios.
It's
Like
not-
in is crossed out and trios is like
It's
written in
literally, yeah,
the
that's
content
like,
already.
I think there's a couple single matches,
Because
one-on-one matches.
The biggest
I
New
find it-
Japan card
yeah.
ever.
It's so weird. It's like for Forbidden Door, obviously that's to mix the ingredients
Yeah,
or
for
whatever.
sure.
I get that. But like for All In, which the original All In, if I'm not mistaken, was all the indie promotions, right? Because that's
Yeah,
when all this stuff on
exactly.
Cody and all that stuff. So why wouldn't he be like? Why wouldn't he do more of that? Get New Japan involved again. Get NWA involved. Get everybody else involved. That's what the spirit of All In is.
It should have been.
Instead,
Maybe not
he's.
everybody wants
I mean,
to.
he's got a big enough roster. Don't get me wrong. He's
Yeah,
got a
that's
big enough
the thing.
roster.
That's
but
the
instead, he's making the shittiest storylines going
They
into
are
it.
horrible.
Like the MJF and Cole thing, I'm not interested in anymore because I'm like,
I'm
I
not
don't
either.
fucking care. Just can we get to that day? Like I just because I don't know what they're doing and it's bothering me. I'm not like the Bloodline storyline. I wait from week to week because I'm excited.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm like you're gonna break them up. I know you're going to. Like so, but just stop making stupid vignettes and stop trying to. It's like he's trying to force us more. Nope, they're really friends. But every time they book. Like MJF turning around, Adam Cole thinks about super kicking him and then doesn't, and then like we get what you're doing. You do it every week. Like so now I guess they're gonna film the Ring of Honor show before they go on the air. They're doing a Ring of Honor show from Wembley before they go live with All In, and MJF and Cole are challenging for the
That's
ROH
a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of matches, dude.
Yeah,
for
they're
that crowd.
challenging
That's
for
a
the
lot of
tag
matches.
titles. Imagine,
you know my
imagine
biggest-
Stone Cold and Rock did that before their first match at WrestleMania.
Right, like before WrestleMania 17, like on the pre-show, son, we're challenging for the tag title.
My biggest concern
We're gonna
of All
challenge.
In is they're not very
The Job
popular
Squad
in,
for the tag
in
team.
England, right? So people are just buying it to buy it for like an event. Like it's they're not super big in England, so
Honestly,
it's gonna be. It might be 80,000 people who don't know what the fuck's going on.
Go
so
back-
they have to deliver.
Go back
in-ring.
to not building the card because I was more interested when they didn't have a card built for it.
Maybe Bubba was right? Like,
Yeah.
don't advertise anything. Just do your main event and that's it. But I mean, again, I think the tag match with Sting and Darby against Fox and Swerve's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
I'm interested
Like
in that.
I
I'm interested in
really think that's gonna be great. FTR and Young Bucks are not gonna
The
let
Felons.
anybody down.
I'm disappointed
Yeah.
in that.
Oh
build,
my
though.
god.
And I'm pissed because it seems because if you believe the rumors about the Young Bucks and FTR having heat backstage and the Young Bucks not really wanting to be the heels putting them over, it's like the build for their matches suck and it should be a great build. And it's
Oh yeah,
there's,
like,
like,
two
no
It'll
great.
be a great
Instead,
match.
they're just like
And the Young Bucks
instead they're like
together.
it's gonna be their rubber match. I'm like,
They're
that's
not.
your build.
They always
It's gonna
work
be a
together
rubber
in the
match.
ring.
no,
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
I don't,
no, of course.
The in-ring
but
product's going to
it
deliver,
should
but
be
I
a
think
big
Dave
deal.
said it last week or the week before. That it's you got to get them to buy the pay-per-views. Okay, you've sold 80,000 tickets, but like you got to get them to buy the pay-per-views. So if
You
you have
do.
no build-up or it's all shit, people aren't going to buy it. Like or like Dave said, people that are already programmed to buy it are going to buy it, and you're not doing anything to draw casuals in, so no one's going to fucking buy it. So it's like they should be doing something that's a little bit above and beyond, besides a guy running out with a chainsaw, like to get you to fucking want to
that's the
watch
thing.
All In. Like
right before your
and
biggest
they have one more
pay-per-view,
week
this is
to
what
do
you
it. They have Collision this Saturday, and then they have Dynamite and Collision of the next week. But Collision, I don't know what they're going to do with Collision if they're going to be in England, so I have no idea. Like,
Yeah,
what's
that's
going on with
yeah.
Collision.
Actually, that's
Follow
true.
Saturday.
Huh? Oh yeah.
So
They're all
the
like
pay-per-views
they're
on
airing at
Sunday.
the
From
same
Punk's-
time as
from
the
Punk's
All In.
house.
Yeah, this
It's just Punk's out.
Wait.
Punk and Samoa Joe. I
Oh,
think
that's
that's going to
gonna
be
be
good. I don't think they're going to let people down. I think that
No, they'll
especially
be
Joe's been great, like on Collision. Like he's been amazing. So
I love Joe.
He's always great, but yeah. So I think they're not going to let anybody down, even though they're aged. Like they're going to be. We'll just turn back the clock for this night. So
Oh,
we'll
you're
go
gonna
to
leave,
bed
you're gonna leave it to
tonight.
the WWE pros to put on a great show.
to put to what in main events. It'd be so funny.
That maybe that should have been the main event. It should have been
So,
Punk and MJF.
It has potential, right? Like I am a little critical of the build, but at the same time, like it has potential. You know, when you get there and you start, it's the energy of the crowd.
Yeah, that's
it's what you do with the live crowd. You know, they can have a great pay-per-view, and we could all be like, well, that was fine, everything was fine.
I mean, I'm still gonna get it for the visual of it.
I know, I
think it's
I
I
just
think
wait.
it's a
That's
waste
not
of
where it is,
Omega
though.
too. Like I knew the original
Dude,
plan was supposed to be Omega and
that's-
Danielson, but it's such a waste of the best wrestler in the world.
That's true. In that because we were
And
talking about
Osprey and Jericho, I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
why wouldn't you have
I mean,
done
Osprey's
Osprey and
awesome.
Omega 3
again,
Like,
right? The third, like
I think it might be in their contract. They have to save it for New Japan. I think that's the deal. back
that
and
makes
forth. It's
sense.
Like, yeah, I was reading that
But-
somewhere. I don't remember where I read that, but it's like it's more of a New Japan's like, well, if we give you this at this pay-per-view, then
But why
you know,
couldn't
we got to give it? We
they
got to get
could've-
one.
This should have been AEW and New Japan. New Japan presents.
By the
All
way,
In.
yeah,
did you-
that's
should've
what.
been.
Yeah,
Did
It
you
should have
hear
been in the
too?
spirit of the original.
Speaking of Omega, he's locked into like 2027 now or something.
Oh my god.
yeah. Didn't all the elite, him, the Young Bucks, and Page signed like a 5-year deal or whatever?
I'm
it was?
surprised considering it seems like there's still beef with them and Punk and everything. And I mean, I guess as long as they're gonna keep them on separate shows, maybe they. work out
I
of their
think
contract
I
out.
think well that whole situation is ridiculous. They should have freaking exploited this whole story.
They'd be making.
I can't believe they still can't do it.
proving their little bitter points. They'd be making so much more money if they would just fucking get in the ring.
Dude,
on
seriously.
TV
If they would
or
just
whatever.
lean
Come
into
on.
it,
They'd be
just
making
lean
so
into
much more
it.
money.
It's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
But But yeah, to your point, I mean, Omega's not much younger, but I mean, the Bucks are younger than Punk, and Punk is just an injury riddled machine at this point. So the only thing you can look forward to with Punk is mic work. You're not going to get a stellar match out of him anymore. You're not going to see that. I mean,
And
not
the whole.
I mean, you'll see
you
good
know,
matches, but you won't. You're not going to see 5-star potentials. You're just
if he has matches
can't.
like
Right.
he did at a Forbidden Door, I'm fine with it because he.
I love the
adjusts his
snug,
style.
older
Yeah.
like style. The
I
snug
love that
style
match
was great.
that
I
they
thought
had.
it was fun.
Him
And I think
I
Punk's
just-
still
I think-
really good in the ring. I think he's really good in the ring. I think it just matters who he's in
You
the
just
ring
gotta
with. And
adjust the style.
yeah,
But it shouldn't.
Yeah.
He's CM Punk. It shouldn't matter who you're in the ring with. That's my point. Like Kurt Angle didn't matter who he was.
I
in
think
the
him
ring
and
with all
Joe
until he hung it up.
and the whole like I'm the real world champion thing. If your plan is not to somehow merge him and MJF or have like a face off between the two,
There's
what
no
are you
point
doing?
in it.
You know,
should've
unless
had
it's
that-
just really.
Well, you should have talked about the bag and then not talked about it for months, and then brought it back up when they realigned to each other again. But that's just
I would
what
be
do I know?
okay and give it a pat because I feel like they should have been the main event at Wembley. But if you're gonna have All Out in Chicago, I guess you do it there. I mean,
That means
Yeah.
he has to interfere because it's only a week later. So that means he's got to interfere in the Cole
is it
thing.
really just that short? A
How
week
do you-
after?
Might be 2, but
Okay,
like
I was gonna
it's,
say,
it is
that's
super
crazy.
super quick.
It's their next pay
ridiculous.
per view, yeah, and it's like less
All
than
in
a
and
month.
all out, and after that, they're all out of fucking 3 matches. At
They're
that
like,
point.
hey, oh,
We spent a
it's
lot
gonna
of time in AEW, and I'm a little disappointed
between?
in all of us.
Oh, that's right.
A little disappointed in all
That's
of us.
gonna be all. It should. It's gonna be-
why? Why? There's something to talk about. Why?
It's
We talked
wrestling.
about WWE the entire last show.
It's wrestling. It's
I
wrestling.
don't know. I'm
dog.
just
Talking
trying
about
to be a dick. I'm sorry.
people.
I'm just trying to get clicks. Nah. I don't know.
We make. You know what? That you're right. Actually, we should be doing that actually to get clicks because apparently that's what you have to do nowadays.
Yeah, if we post something completely just like,
I mean,
you
we-
AEW cultists out there, you WWE cultists, like people.
Cash
will
Wheeler
provide the
killed a guy today.
Yeah. No, that's
Click to hear
that's
that.
how we do
Why are
it
you
though.
making me laugh at that? Don't do that. Don't do
You have to do that.
What
That's
if
how
he
you gotta
does?
make.
But like a year later, he finally does. He
That's-
gets so aggravated with his gun, and he does it.
You know, we'd be like, oh shit, what?
That's how you
And
do it.
someone
You got to
brings
make
this
the
up. I
thumbnail.
remember a dude that laughed at that shit last year. Play the clip.
That's
Edge
how
is
you
upset
make.
with
That's how you
Canada?
make the
Click here for
yeah.
the story.
That's how you make the clickbait content. You got to have Cash Wheeler's mugshot and one of us being
Yeah.
like this, and then said Cash Wheeler
Yeah.
killed someone? Question mark. Like
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
Yeah. And then
Nah, we were
fucking
just
fucking
playing. It was just
no,
aggravated assault with a weapon. We were just messing.
Nah.
No, you know why? Because we're actually legitimate.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. All you have to do is put in the phrase of a question, and you're not making a misleading statement.
Right.
You're just asking a question. Edge
Right.
refused to lose to Sheamus in his last match? Question mark. And then we have no basis on it.
And then you have to have
And then
a,
Cuzzy's
I'm asking
face
a
is like,
question.
That's,
You have to have
that's
a picture
every
of Sheamus like
every,
this.
That's every Dirt Sheets MO, and
then
some
Dave-
news
Dave's
networks
like-
as well.
yeah.
Dave's all,
Or it's always like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
yeah, it's like a. You got to point at the. Oh, like so stupid, man.
Fucking dumb,
Fucking fake
bro.
ass content creator. I fucking. Hate
I mean, I'm
people.
not going to fight you guys. If
That's
we,
the
if
world,
there's a
man. We're
majority
all
vote
fucked.
and we want to turn into that, let's just do it. We'll go
Yeah,
all
it's-
in.
Yeah. We'll be those
Get it?
pieces
We're
of
all
shit.
We're going all in. I love it. We're going all
Honestly.
in. Now.
Well, apparently you make a lot of money being a YouTuber that watches other YouTubers watching other YouTubers. So I mean,
Oh, yeah. Reaction
which is
videos
so
get big
fucking
these things.
stupid.
I can't play a
Fucking
fucking
trash,
20-second clip of the end of a match when we do a fucking review on YouTube without getting it all ripped down and like the FBI at my house and like all that stuff. But yet, like,
And then we got to give
Yeah,
our
you
like
could-
we should
they
watch
should
to
other
watch a
podcasts.
reaction video of watching another reaction video, and that gets like fucking a million.
We,
like
we should
hits,
We
whatever.
should have us watching another podcast and then pausing it every 4 seconds
Yeah.
to fucking give our take on it that no one fucking gives a shit about.
This fucking clown. Let's rewind it back.
Yeah.
Anytime I see
we have
any
to
of
be
those
against
videos,
something and be divisive. Like, yeah, we have to like do that. That'll get hits. I mean, it will.
I mean, we agree and disagree on stuff, but that's just we're just having normal debates and talking back and forth. Like
Some other
Yeah,
podcast is
we're not
watching
doing
us.
like right now. There's a podcast. Like
they
what
do
Cuz
that
said
and they
right
get
there
like
is
millions of
actually
hits.
false.
But you know what? I would love if somebody else did that because we would get hits in like the what's that? The shrapnel. Like we'd get the residual.
Is the
hits.
guy in the red shirt eating Skittles the whole time?
What is he doing?
I am eating Skittles.
Why is that idiot wearing a summer freaking slam shirt? What a
You got
dummy.
the red one.
What a dipshit. Stupidest shirt ever. No, I like it. I thought it was good, so I bought it.
And I'm fuck. So I am going to be not responding to anybody on Sunday, by the way, because I have to go to my cousin, and I. We share a grandmother, and it's her 90th birthday on Sunday, so I'll be there.
Wait,
So I will
it's
not
not.
be watching
It's
all the
not on
time.
this Sunday though, is it?
Yeah, it's this Sunday.
It's
All In?
isn't it
at-
Saturday? I thought it was. Is it Sunday?
No, yeah, All In Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday.
I thought there were. I thought it said a week from this Sunday. Wait, is it this Sunday?
No, not as in 2 days from today. We're recording the
Oh,
following.
you okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, the following. It's on Sunday the 27th.
Sorry.
My grandmother decided to turn 90, so I'm going to go to that party.
Well, that's selfish. Tell her how.
Yeah, 90 years. Why? Come on.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
She's
Tell her.
she's
Tell her.
she's still out there
I said
having
happy
five
birthday,
five
bro.
star bangers with everyone.
Yeah, she's her and
I'm
Omega.
still
are
going
probably
to need
be
your
in
Bleacher Report login, Jess. Thank you.
Oh yes, yeah. I'll get you. I will get you that.
That doesn't
I will-
happen. That doesn't happen.
I'll probably watch it late when I get home. I'll probably watch it late that night.
Wait, what time? So what time is it going to be on here?
That
like
is
in the morning, right?
satire. FBI
That's a
agents.
good point,
That's
actually.
satire.
I'll look it up right now.
Noon?
I'll Jamie pull that shit up.
I think it is in the afternoon. It's like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock because East. It might be in the morning for West Coast because England is 5 hours ahead or 4 hours ahead of East Coast. So even if it's at 8 o'clock in England, it'll be.
Remember that cheap, trashy shit that they pulled on us? Well, I mean, there was no internet around in '92, so can you imagine if there was internet around in '92 and because they didn't show SummerSlam '92, they showed it on tape. They recorded it first.
Wow.
And then they showed it on tape later, like
Why is it
hours
always
later.
So hard to fucking find the goddamn.
That's wild.
Bullshit.
Oh, 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so
10 a.m. It'd be a fucking football game.
10 a.m.
You
for
watch
me,
it 10
buddy.
a.m.
10 a.m. for.
Wait, fuck!
Yeah, you can do
I
it.
gotta watch it before I leave because I
You
don't
could-
think we have to be
There you go.
until 3 or 2.
Yep. Hold off, Grandma. I'll be there soon.
I'm gonna tell my mom. Be like,
I'm
I'm
not.
running
I'm not
late."
making. I'm not making the joke. I'm not making that joke.
Gotta watch Osprey
You
and
can make whatever
Jericho.
jokes you want there, buddy.
I was gonna
So
say,
maybe I
don't
will.
die.
see
I'll
it.
be right there.
Maybe I will watch it.
That's
I mean-
terrible. I'm sorry, Grandma.
It is that
So
age, you know
sorry.
what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Jeez.
I know I get there. They're like, "Why were you so late?" I'll be like, "What?"
You're like waving a British flag. What's up? Where's the cake?
Her
I
last
forgot about
words
the time
were,
difference, so,
"Why
okay,
was he
I-
fucking
now I-
watching wrestling?" Why?
Now I can do both. I can celebrate my grandma's birthday and I can watch All In.
My grandma knew that I loved Darby Allin,
I can't believe
and I would not miss Darby Allin.
she would not.
My
want
my
me to
grand my
miss-
grandma's last words were, "I hope he enjoyed fucking Wembley."
She would not want
So
me
I
to
hope
miss
you enjoyed
Adam
that
Cole and MJF
no-build
challenge
piece
for
of
the Ring
shit
of Honor
pay-per-view.
Championship.
What did she do? Hope you enjoyed that no build piece of shit pay-per-view.
I've been building my story for 90 years, and you go and watch that
That's what
fucking no-build story.
They didn't
build
even
story?
build it right.
I've been building
Grandma
this for 90
Yeah, that's what your
years.
grandma says. Why you're late? They didn't even build it right.
So I'm about to finish my story.
I'd be like, "I love you for that, Grandma. I love you."
She just looks at me and she shakes her head. She's like, "Honey, it's not WrestleMania."
Who
Just
books
sit there.
this shit? Give me
She's
a.
gonna come out with Nunzio in FBI from ECW.
I will say, if your mom hears this, she's gonna be very disappointed in us. She's gonna be like, "Oh, you can't say that."
I didn't know there was a pay-per-view.
Is the Undertaker gonna be there?
I was just gonna make that Undertaker joke.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. He beat you to it.
Not that Undertaker, the other Undertaker, buddy.
Jesus.
Poor grandma.
No, Mom,
I'm just
he wrestles for AEW now. He's Mean Mark again. Oh, okay.
He's mean, Mark Callis. Yes.
Just
Not as good as the
Oh, that's great.
All right, we're cutting this out. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
Unscripted.
great. They're
No,
all
can't.
they're all great.
Can't cut it out. It's unscripted. Can't cut it out.
TV.
Can we please
Everything's
cut to
great.
can we please cut to the E? We go over to the WWE.
Yeah, let's go to
So-
the pro wrestling company. So Edge retired, huh?
I was
fin-
telling the
you
guys
finished
about
the
this
story.
before we went on the air. Everybody knows that I'm not an Edge hater. I just think that Edge should have been the greatest Intercontinental champion ever. I'm not. I'm mad that he won 12 titles. I'm mad about that.
Between you and Cuz, I just
Is
I
it
don't
12?
have
How
the
many?
strength
How many is it? How many?
anymore. I don't.
How many
You
is
guys
it?
have
How
worn
many
me
World
down.
titles did he win?
I'll admit you've worn me down.
Well, he's worn. Hey, Jess, in all due respect, he's worn you down the last 2 years.
And
He's
I'll
worn
do
you
it from
down.
all
That's
angles,
true.
not just about.
Nah,
Edge,
I'm not saying
everything.
cuz I'm saying Edge has worn you down. He's proven
Oh.
our point over and over and over. But my
I'm
wife
tired of
made
it.
this
I'm
joke.
sorry.
She went online in the WWE store camp. She's like, Dave, they got Edge 25-year merchandise. So you want me to get it all right? And I'm like, you shut your fucking mouth right now. I was like,
Listen.
no way. If you buy that stuff, I will leave. I will leave. Just don't.
Obviously,
do it.
a lot.
Don't
Some
do
of the things that he's done in the past 2 years hasn't hit. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, but at
That
least
match with
at
Randy Orton.
least-
Something else.
But at least when he came back, he's still passionate. Like he wanted to do something.
Yeah.
He wanted to tell a story. Now, yes,
I don't
the
doubt. I don't
pandemic
doubt the
WrestleMania
trying
match-
and the passion. You have to admit that's there.
I'm not
Yeah.
disagreeing that some of the stuff I'm like, oh, like Jesus, like but at the same time, like I'm like, at least he cares, and at least he has passion, and he wants to get in there and work with younger guys. That's all I can say.
And-
He's not
and-
like, and I'm not. I don't think
Go over
Goldberg
on
has a
all
lot
of
of
them.
say in what he does. They just wave a check
They
in
go
Goldberg's
over
face
all
when
of
he
them,
comes
you
in
said.
and cheers someone.
Yeah, and go
But
over
he-
all
he-
the
he let Sheamus go over today, right? On his last match.
No.
Yes.
He did not.
No, he got pinned fair, and he went out with a true pro, like what Craig said.
That's not what I heard. I don't know.
Nobody
the
go
only,
back and watch
the only
it.
guy that
It
he
was
put
fine.
over was Roman Reigns. That's the only guy that's beaten him.
Well, I mean,
Well, like I said, Balor beat him once, and then Edge beat him 2 times, and then Edge beat AJ Styles, and then Edge beat Seth Rollins. And then
By the way, if he
Edge
was
beat everybody.
still in if he was still in the
he did beat Seth Rollins, didn't he?
The
That's what I'm
faction
saying.
with them
He
would be
beat
so
everybody.
great.
Yeah. But I mean, again, you're like, who's Finn Balor beaten? Nobody. Seth Rollins
Edge.
lost
He
to
beat Edge.
everybody. Seth Rollins lost to everybody until finally, after he lost to Cody for the 15th time, he's like, "That's enough,"
So-
and they're like, "All right."
So then that's what
It was
Balor's going
only
through.
3.
Balor's going through his I lost to everybody, and then he's going to be the World Heavyweight Champion or Universal Champion. Or whatever. He's going to finish the story. He's going to beat Roman. He's going to beat Roman at
That's,
Mania.
that's sweet.
That's Finn.
Who finished?
That's sweet.
Yeah. Oh, what about the rumors?
That's
Okay,
sweet.
so since we're on WWE and Finn, the rumors that supposedly they're going to split Priest from the Judgment Day, which I don't think is a good idea, but
No. Why?
that's what the talk is. I
gonna
get they're
do with
going to
it?
add Finn's brother in there, but still, it's like, why don't you just keep all of them in there then?
Are they
Yeah.
really brothers?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I looked that up. I couldn't
Which-
find it anywhere.
I
That's legit?
hate that they. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Wait, is he a wrestler? I have
Yeah.
never heard of this.
Yeah.
His
JD
Finn's
McGowan.
He
brother.
just debuted last week.
What?
He's been wrestling on the. He's been in NXT. and NXT.
He's been
Yeah,
trying
he
to
came
he's been
after
trying
the
to
main
wedge his
roster,
way
yeah.
into the faction for the last like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What? Is he
Hey, have
good?
you not been watching
Yeah,
SmackDown?
he's really good. He's really good. He's really good.
Okay.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, watch those NXT matches. Go back.
He has
What do they get-
weird
so-
he has weird shoulders, but he's good.
He's got a weird.
What would they
shoulder-
do?
his
Like keep
shoulders go in
Finn
like
and
this.
his brother, and then they just form a new Judgment Day, and then Priest forms the Priest Day.
Yeah, now they're
and
gonna be
then they're
called.
gonna feud?
They're gonna be
No,
called
no,
Way Out.
it's all lies.
Nothing
It's
called
all
No Way Out.
BS. It's not true. You're getting
Yeah, I
swerved
think
right
that's
now.
great.
It's dumb.
I legitimately think that's great.
No,
I think every faction
he's gonna
should be an
he's
old
gonna win the
WWE
world
pay-per-view.
title, and there's gonna be animosity. Him and
Like
Finn are gonna have a
Armageddon.
big blow off before they split it up. It's gonna be great. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't listen.
Or they
to
could
that
be called
bullshit.
Okay,
Tag
that's
club.
so I didn't realize that was the joke there.
What?
The factions of the pay per view
Oh, yeah.
names. No, it's
Yeah,
very
'cause
funny.
Judgment Day,
God,
and
I'm
then
so
like
slow.
it'll be Armageddon.
Yeah.
It'll be in your house.
He's all.
It's actually
Damian
gonna be in your
Priest
house.
is the only one that's out. There's like no one else. No
In
way
your
out
house.
now for you.
Yeah, like you're-
We're
Now,
all in
you're
now.
pissed
Like
off.
we're all. it's like,
Capital Combat.
now we're all in. And then when everyone disbands, we're all out.
That's
By
right.
the way,
World Wild is coming after you.
they're gonna have a big match at Survivor Series anyway. They're gonna probably have that. What was the
Yeah. So if anything, the
special case match there?
war games.
So we're gonna
Yeah,
have
War
war games.
Games.
Yeah, well, isn't that gonna be?
They'll still be
you think
around
It's gonna
for
be a
that.
bloodline thing, or maybe not.
What's up?
Be what?
Isn't the
no.
bloodline probably gonna be in the war games?
No, Bloodline
No.
was last year.
Not enough people.
Now it's
not
gonna
enough
be Judgment Day.
people.
Well, I mean, they could change from now to November. They can add members. They
Yep,
can,
they can.
I mean,
Umaga.
they somehow limped the NWO along for 25 years.
I
and
feel
they're in
like
every fucking war
Judgment Day
game.
with Madonna coming in is they're prepping for that. They're getting the right amount of people
Yeah.
in there to make that happen.
That would be
Who's-
cool.
Who's
You want-
Madonna?
Am I saying it right?
Yeah, it's.
Oh, is that
yeah.
Balor's brother?
Finn's
JD,
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
JD.
take off.
McDonough.
See
Take
you
care,
later,
everybody. Have a
buddy.
good.
See you later. Now you're all out.
So that's getting the numbers right, and then it'll be what is it? Sammy. It'll be Sammy, Kevin, Cody, and who else?
Maybe Rollins.
And then one
I
other
guess.
person. Yeah, and
I guess maybe
Rollins. That would
or
probably
whoever,
be the,
whoever's feeding
Or
with Dom.
Edge.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, Edge is on SmackDown. Edge is on SmackDown. Don't do it. Don't go
You
there.
know, I want though for Survivor Series is I love the war game main event. We'll keep that. Like I
Please.
write, I'm calling Triple H chapters. We're keeping that.
I bought that
And
hoodie
then,
specifically because the War Games.
But
on
then
it.
before,
love that
I
hoodie.
wouldn't
My
mind
favorite.
at least maybe 1 or 2 of the 4-on-4 classic Survivor
I
Series
like them.
matches.
I still like them.
That'd be fun.
The war. I mean,
As
the
long
war
as
games.
the main event is different, as long as the main event is war games, I'm fine with that. I think
It-
you should pay tribute to.
It's
Are
still
you pro
kind of-
T-shirt or no T-shirt?
It still kind of falls in the Survivor.
Like red and blue
No,
T-shirt.
no
scene.
T-shirt. No, I'm not saying no, not SmackDown against Raw.
Yeah.
I just mean like a SmackDown
Yeah.
Survivor Series and a Raw. 4-on-4,
But even
not
then, they still
fighting each other.
probably do shitty T-shirts because we can't tell them. We got to keep them apart. It's like
Team Miz and Team LA Knight, and then everyone's wearing
I like.
LA Knight
Wow,
shirts. and-
shit! You're probably.
Oh,
not
that would
wrong.
be fun. That would be fun. They could put that together quick.
Yeah.
So I would, because I like the, you have a nice, really good, nicely booked 4-on-4 Survivor Series match. I'll in on that shit.
Yeah.
Or
Or
Wembley.
5 tag.
Yeah,
teams.
just make it one match. Just make it one match.
Just kidding.
That'd be great.
That's 5 tag teams does not work.
Yeah, make it one match, and then the main event is the War Games, and then like you have some maybe the women's title match or something, or a women's Survivor match. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just fucking do something.
Imagine going to the first 2 Survivor Series back in '88, and then you seeing like you're on the floor where you're not raised, and you're just blocked by a 10-man versus 10-man Survivor Series match, the
can't
tag
see
team
shit.
Survivor Series.
Dude, the tag
Just
match,
a bunch of meat outside the ring.
They all had to like lean
the
off
first
the
2
rope.
years with the tag matches, it was 5-on-5 tag teams. So that's
10 guys.
20 guys.
It's 10 people.
Yeah, no, 20.
Well,
Yeah, 10 on each side.
Yeah, 20, because 10 on each side. So they had the first one was fucking massive. Like it was like 20 guys on the outside of the ring, and people are like, I don't know.
It wasn't cable, it was rope. So every time they came into it, everybody leaned into the rope and it just
And leaned
Yeah,
out,
and
yeah.
they
Way back.
bounced off the ropes. They
yeah.
couldn't do anything. Like
You couldn't see shit. I'd be so mad. So like,
brutal.
this is Thanksgiving night. What the fuck? Actually, it wasn't.
came
was
out
it?
on Thanksgiving night for the shit.
I don't know about those. It was so long ago. Wasn't like the first. It was at least the first one was. I don't know after the first one.
It was on the first 2, and then they stopped it because they're like, this is dumb.
Yeah. It was like, yeah. Because it was
So
it was
it's
to
Vince is
compete
like,
against
I
Starrcade,
want to
right?
eat turkey at my
Yeah.
house. I don't want
The third year that they did Survivor Series, they even slimmed it down to 4 on each team because the original 2, the first 2 was 5-on-5, and then the first 2 was 5 tag teams versus 5 tag teams on the first 2, and then
I don't know why. I got
And the
this
Killer
stupid
Bees
joke.
won it. Remember?
That's right.
Yeah, they won the
That's
first
right.
one. And then on the second one, I remember they had less of a roster. So they had Sam Houston and shit like in there and all that on some of the teams. And I was like, yeah, you're done. We're not doing this anymore. Like, and then that next year, they're like, we're just going to go to 4-on-4 and we're going to slim it down to the people that people know, like that aren't prelims on Saturday Morning Wrestling.
Coco's
Right,
Army
we're not-
takes on. Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Yeah, it was like Hacksaw Duggan and Beefcake along with Sam Houston and B. Brian Blair, just him. Like, and it's ridiculous. So what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, why are we doing
Brooklyn
this?
Brawler. The Genius.
Why are you
Like
not
what?
in the Brooklyn Brawler, man? He's
Oh, my bad.
He's a Hall of Famer, bro. Hall of Famer.
Edge. So Edge did cut a promo off air.
Yeah, of course you do.
He said, "What I can say is this is my last time in front of y'all."
What I can say is,
So if he does come back and they ever come to this city,
He's all,
like he has to avoid it.
See you in Wembley,
that'd be
bitches, is
funny.
what he's going to say.
oh no. What if
My
he
last
comes and
time
cuts a
in
promo
front
on
of
Christian
y'all,
Cage
what
like
does
next
that
week?
mean?
He did like what Brett did. He goes on the outside, he throws on the monitors, and then he air writes AEW, like Brett did when he was going to WCW.
Spits on Vince, punches him in the back.
That's on trips.
That is kind of messed. If he does that, that's not a company man. Holy shit.
He's all Sean. Do you know? Did you know about
If
this?
he's allowed to, I don't know why he wouldn't. If he's like,
Nobody
know, if
cares.
he
like,
just told
like,
Triple
it's
H,
not.
like,
It's
hey,
not.
man,
It's not Vince anymore. Yeah, it's Triple H.
I
It's
have
not
a
Vince
lapse in
anymore.
my
It's-
contract that I would like to go maybe do something with Christian. You know, like that would be great. Because
And they're like, that sounds like a great idea.
There, he's not coming back, and they shit on Christian every time he goes back to WWE anyway. So why would Christian want to come back there? So Edge could just be like, I mean, I kind of want to go do something with my best friend before I actually do hang it up.
Yeah. I do like
I don't
Christian's
know.
music.
I don't
and
think,
that worked
you know, I
everyone
don't-
graphic.
I don't know if like he'll be as soon as All In could be allowed there. I doubt that because like Craig said, he probably has no compete. Or maybe
Like,
not. Maybe at the
Christian's
end of the
better than-
contract they don't.
Maybe he did it well. If he's like,
Yeah.
maybe that
It
stuff
doesn't
fly
matter
anymore.
because
And really, like-
Christian is better than Edge. That's all there is to it. Doesn't matter.
Whoa.
And really, like, what would be the harm? Like, if Edge is like, "Can I go?" If I was like WWE, I'd be like, "I don't care." Like, I mean, at this point, it's not WCW. We're not in the middle of the Monday Night Wars. Then I would say no.
Right.
It's not that. Like, it's totally different. In today's
Unless you're
landscape. It's
disrupting
like,
our
to be
billion-dollar
fair, maybe-
machine, which he's not
Yeah.
going
Maybe
to.
maybe he knows.
It would be
'cause
different if Roman Reigns is like, "Yeah, I kind of want to go," and they're like, "Well, you can't compete for a year, so fuck off." Like,
what
they
he
can't,
probably
you know.
means though is because they're probably, if he does retire at Mania, because they're probably not going back to Canada until after the fact. So maybe that's what he's kind of,
Wow.
you know,
He says goodbye in Canada here.
yeah, like
and then
this is
maybe
gonna be
does some other
legitimately
shit.
my last match in Canada or in Toronto at least. It didn't, just Toronto.
Yeah.
He's not giving you specifics, so he's being very vague.
I hate all of this conversation. I really do.
Dave
So
loves
stupid.
Edge. Dave, what's your favorite Edge match?
What is relevant to talk about? Not this. Not this. It's like it
is,
doesn't
it
even
just
deserve
happened.
5 minutes.
It just happened.
He just retired.
What
It's
happened?
Very relevant.
What happened? You don't even know what happened. You have no idea what happened. He
25
wrestled a match and he
years
beat
of
Sheamus.
Edge.
And
nothing
go get the
happened.
merch.
Only
It's in
him
the
and
it's in the
Sheamus
it's
left
in
their
the shop now.
souls in the
Go
ring
buy
at
it.
the end of the match. you know?
Yeah.
What if like Triple H forces him? He's like, actually, that whole time you were gone, you lapsed your contract there, so you actually got to stay for another 8 years. So you're not going anywhere, pal.
You're fucked.
What you actually signed was an extension.
Yeah.
Like Vince takes a mask off and it's Vince.
Triple H grabs it by the nose. He's like,
You're fucked.
like in
Call David.
Beetlejuice.
On this day.
So
On
we've been talking for 40 minutes, and I think 38 of them been about AEW and Edge. It's my favorite.
You said that for
favorite
AEW, so we
podcast
did.
episode
What do you want to talk about?
It's my
every
favorite.
topic.
Don't you know what AEW stands
Every
for?
time-
I don't know
we go to
anything else. I'm not going to
All
make
Edge
a
Wrestling,
but
yeah.
anything
It's All Edge Wrestling.
else. Anything else. Can we talk about
David?
anything else?
The floor is yours. What topic
No.
would you like?
Yeah.
Nope.
You want to talk about
No.
WWE? You know what WWE
We'll
stands
talk
for,
about
right?
LA Knight.
World
Let's talk
Wrestling
about
Edge.
LA
you know?
Knight. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about LA Knight.
Yeah. So it's
Who is he?
going to be. Well, we already talked about
What
how.
you mean?
Even I haven't
LA
seen
Edge?
it. You guys. Whoa.
I didn't say that. It was
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
That would be
I'm
their
done.
tag team music.
Cuz said that.
On this day, I
Yeah.
see clear.
I'll be right back.
No.
How
Subject,
did-
when the subject, I'm be right back. I'm not leaving forever.
We're not leaving forever.
What's happening right now?
He's like, he's doing Edge. He's not leaving forever. Just
Yeah.
temporarily.
He's being very vague. He's being very vague.
he's paid tribute to Edge.
Well, this
he's
is-
Toronto right now, and he's
Yeah,
saying
he's-
this is the last time I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And last time I'm just gonna see y'all.
Dave has a hard time expressing how much he loves Edge. Let him pay tribute his
Yeah.
own way. So
He
I'm
went to
gonna
go
allow
cry
this.
right now. He went to go cry. He's
Yeah.
grab some tissues. And he's like, I can't believe after 25 years.
Always in the back. You hear Edge's theme music like faintly in the background right now and weeping.
Shit. He just spears
Oh my God.
Angela.
Shit. Damn it. Oh my God.
But oh yeah, that pop that LA Knight did get tonight on
Oh, yeah, that was fucking
SmackDown,
He's a
He's
star.
it was
He's a
sustained.
goddamn star.
He is.
I love it. I love it.
And they're
and
going to
like
win.
I said, he lost tonight, but like it didn't hurt him like at all.
It did not, no.
There's a total difference when someone loses when they're not cared about versus when they're pushed. The way he lost tonight, I was like, oh, you could tell it's a different kind of loss,
yeah.
and it feels, it was perfect.
They're
Like, and then of
protecting
course
him, right?
Miz isn't supposed
Yeah.
to be there,
Yeah.
and Miz ran down and all that stuff. So I was fine with it. I was like, good, like that's awesome.
And by the way,
And then
I can't think of a better feud to boost LA Knight without having to put a title into it. I think it's a great idea.
it's probably going to be a match at Payback. Everything's fine. Like it's going to be good.
They're
By the
going
way,
to have fun together too.
speaking
It's
of
like
that-
fun.
Yeah, promo versus promo.
How
It'll be
Austin
awesome.
Theory was cutting his promo and everything tonight. That's how he should have been fucking doing it every week with the United States title. Like I don't understand where they went with that. Like he could have, pretty good promo. He had a little more attitude. A
They need
little
to
more edge to him.
repackage him. I don't know what they need to do with him, but they need to repackage him. He's too valuable to lose because he's got
Well, I
so
think-
much potential.
Maybe he just needed to figure out. He's figuring it out.
He's
'cause
going through
I
his-
didn't
Yeah.
see the promo. But.
He's going through his John Cena prototype phase right now. The ruthless aggression John Cena. That's what.
That is a good point.
He's just
It
going
could
through
be,
that.
and if he's finding the right groove
Next week
then
he's coming back.
finding it.
He's coming out as Doctor's Thugonomics.
Because you can't deny the talent and the obvious
The
physique
Austin
that they
of
love. They
Thugonomics.
love everything about Austin Theory except for probably the mic work right now. I mean,
Oh, and he was fine tonight on the mic. Like that's what I'm saying. Like tonight, how he was on
he
the
cut a
mic.
decent promo.
That's how he should have been this whole time. His whole United States.
I think
run.
we're all rooting for him. I want
like
him
him.
to do well there.
Yeah, I think he's good.
Really good. He's really good.
He is.
He's super talented. I mean, come on, that's why he's in that position.
He's an indie darling because he came from the indies, but he's also what Vince McMahon likes. So there you
He'll
go.
be repackaged as like Harvey H Town or something.
Oh no,
Something like
Harvey
that.
H Town,
His name will be H Town Down.
H Town down.
Yeah.
Or is it A Town Down or H Town Down?
A down.
Well, I'm
They-
stupid.
A-Town.
Jesus Christ.
He should totally.
I'll
Just
see you
go
next
off-
week. What?
He should just go off on
See you
the.
next week.
Why
should just
did
go off-
why did I think it was H Town?
Make him go off on the deep end. Make him
What is
be
fucking wrong?
repackage him as Austin Conspiracy Theory. Ooh, and have him just start going crazy.
There
It's a
you go.
conspiracy against me.
Isn't that what Sami Zayn was when he was kind of trying to figure out?
Yeah,
Isn't that what Corbin's doing every week? I mean, sorry.
Kind of too. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yes.
Oh, he's in NXT right now, right, Corbin?
Yeah. Did you see what he said to Charlotte's interview?
No.
When Charlotte
Oh,
was
yeah.
saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat, I got to beat Cena and Flair's record. I want my 17 titles," and he says, "I just want one." Like,
So good. And I laughed even harder because I knew he was
That's
down
brilliant.
in NXT, and I'm like, he
So
can't even win
fucking
when
good.
there.
Yeah.
God damn it! Like,
Oh really?
my
Is he
God.
losing
Yeah.
in NXT?
He's been in,
It
yeah,
doesn't.
he's in
I
NXT.
mean, again, wins and losses don't matter as long as he finds
No.
a way to stay relevant. And
He'll
he
always
does.
have a home. Like
He-
he'll
He'll
be
always
like
have a home.
Yeah.
he's gonna be the
He's
Miz.
been winning, just not against. He didn't win against Carmelo Hayes. Is pretty much all right now.
Yeah, he
he's
didn't win the
winning
title.
pretty much. Other than that,
He's the 2010 to 2023 Miz.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see him with the chef reactions, like social media, darling?
Yes, it was fantastic.
Like they had that was fun. Like they planned it the whole time. They did their own little cut promos, like 3 or 4 of them up to SummerSlam, where Baron Corbin didn't even have a match, and then Baron Corbin meets him in like I think one of the eatery sessions there of SummerSlam, and they pretend to fight each other, but they go off camera like, and they go back. And they're like, okay, are you good? Are you good? We're
I follow Corbin's Instagram because he smokes and barbecues all the time. Like on there, and so I copy some of his recipes and shit, like some of his grinding stuff and all that.
So yeah, so Chef Reacts was making fun of him, but it was all planned. It was a lot of fun. So
Chef Reactions actually, he was front row and he helped Jay Uso as he jumped up on the rail to jump on Roman on the announce table. Chef Reaction helped him. Jay asked for help to help prop me
and that
up.
was who helped him. I didn't realize that was Chef Reaction.
Did you guys talk about it last week when? What was the angle they were doing where Jesus Christ, Darby Allin, when he was jumping into the crowd and the security guard was running with him and drop kicked him in the face on accident?
Yes,
Or Darby drop kicked the security guard?
No, the security guard drop kicked Darby. I keep wanting to say Darby. Yeah, because the security guards have to follow the wrestlers through the crowd.
Because he's hungry, he needs some
I
meat.
guess so. Need the meats. Yeah, you know how like security guards they'll follow the wrestlers in the crowd, to make sure no one touches them and stuff. And he jumped at the same time as Darby, and he kicked him right in the face as he was jumping over.
Jesus,
he got involved, man. Got really excited.
You're fired.
He turned heel. Security guard.
Yeah, the security guard turned heel.
I think we briefly talked about it too on that thing. So Darby and Sting went to a fucking indie show with like 100 people, and fucking crashed like Fox and all that stuff out there. It was like Fox's school indie promotion or whatever.
Yep.
And it was just surreal. Like, it's so funny because people saw Darby and they reacted and they kind of booed because they get it. Like, they're just like, oh, this is Fox's house. But then fucking Sting is standing in an independent ring. With Darby. Darby has like a clothing line or whatever, so he has like a jersey on with Darby's clothing line on it. And then and people are like shocked. Like, you see some people like, is that fucking Sting standing right in front of me right now?
They were chanting, "You don't go here" and stuff like that.
Dude, they booed him. Like when Sting held him down, they booed Darby and Sting when they walked out. I was like, that's good shit, man. Like I was like, that's really, really fucking cool.
That's why Sting's awesome. I love.
Can you imagine being the 100 fans that were fucking there that night, and then goddamn Sting? I mean, Darby would be fun to watch, but Sting,
would Hogan go to fucking Pro Wrestling Gorilla for?
Oh yeah, brother.
Oh brother.
If we have a show at Hogan's Bar and Grill, I will. I'll be right here.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
I'll be sitting right here if they come here.
No, he'll be in GCW throwing darts at wrestlers' back.
That was ridiculous.
Brother, I just have one question. Do they have karaoke, brother? Just gotta have karaoke.
Am I 35-year-old
water, brother?
Wife?
Yeah, karaoke.
Doesn't want money. She just wants meat.
It'd be cool if Nasty Nicholas could tag along.
And by the way, I mean, I know it's been everywhere, but like just to kind of show how old we are, and he's 70. Hulk Hogan is 70. Like,
I know.
The guy that got me into pro wrestling is 70 years old.
He's almost finishing up his story.
Like, it's crazy. He's doing well if he's got a 36-year-old
he
wife.
looks really good.
No matter what, she's there for it.
Finish the story.
I said he's finishing up the story.
Yeah. 70 years old, man.
He looks great. He looks great.
Fuck. He does look good. He's ditched alcohol, lost a lot of weight. Like, that's good for him.
His hips
still lies.
Maybe you see Dustin Rhodes shit on him. Did you see that this week on Twitter?
Yeah.
I
mean, who doesn't, right?
Good.
Did anyone tell him that?
Dustin Rhodes shit on him and used the phrase incorrectly. So.
Like I said, Hulk Hogan living his best life. Absolutely.
Doesn't Dustin know that?
It's like, one of the things that people say wrong, like, I could care less means you could care less. But the phrase is, I couldn't care less. And he's like, I could care less about Hulk Hogan. I want to be like, you mean couldn't care less, you fucking ass?
No.
If you're gonna, like,
actually, there's a huge argument over which one is correct.
It's couldn't.
No.
I couldn't care less about something means
I mean,
you're
they
the
both
least
would make
I care. To say I could care less means, like, I could care less about something. If I said I could care less about Craig, that means I could care less about something else.
I could
at the bottom.
I could care less about.
But I couldn't care less
the job
means you're the least I care about. I couldn't care any less about something than you. Like, that's the proper phrase. Is couldn't. I think Eric Snyder schooled me on that one time. I probably said it wrong. And he's a journalist.
Like
he would know then. Yeah.
Thanks, Eric.
So I remember a lecture from him, like saying, "No, it's I couldn't care less," and I was like, "Okay, all right, I got."
Doesn't Dustin?
And I was talking about Hulk Hogan.
Sarcastic. God.
I was actually talking about Hulk Hogan. I said I could care less, and
we're past the point where you know talking shit on Hogan gets you anything anymore. Like,
I
everyone's
don't know
done
if
that
he
already.
does.
You know?
We all know he lies, and for some odd reason, he feels the need to like kind of be
It's not
this
groundbreaking what Dustin's
kayfabe
doing.
guy, and like I don't know.
thought. I mean,
like,
why would you lie about 2 Tylenol and 3 Miller Lights? Why would you lie about that? Like I know you're not taking 2 Tylenol, bro. I know that's
Like,
not.
so many people have
you don't
said,
have
but,
that in
like,
your bag.
No.
Like, I know that.
Not 3 Miller Lights, brother. 336 packs
Dog.
of Miller Lights, brother. That's what I meant.
It's not even
3
like
times
that.
36.
Like Tylenol or Somas. Like, what are we doing here? I know what's happening.
Like,
and let's
he's
and
had
let's
one
not
of the-
forget about
you
the anabolic piece of that as well. Like, oh, you didn't put
Oh,
you didn't have
no,
that
what?
injected before a
Oh.
match every once in a while.
No,
Like, come
no.
No,
Don't tell me.
unless
Like,
Tylenol.
he could have
helps with
easily just said like, well, it's shitty room service because I get back at X amount of time, and then like Miller Lite. That's fine, okay. But instead, he's like, no, brother, that's all I ate was just Miller Lite for 30 years. That's
yeah,
it,
brother.
really, no solid food.
I mean, are
Miller
they
Lite.
paying you? Like,
Fucking idiot.
where's? Can I see the Miller Lite
He's
contract?
oh yeah, I ate
Like,
the
what's
can,
happening?
brother. I ate the can after. Like that was my
It
solid
was
food,
delicious.
brother. Yeah.
That's my solid.
then my penis turned into a beer can penis, brother.
And he's had the most amazing career, basically. There's only a handful of wrestlers that could even say they breathed the air
Who?
that he breathed
Like
up
who?
there. And he still lies about his career. It's like, you have had an amazing career. You don't need to lie about anything. But instead, he's like, no, brother, I got to. Andre,
See, that's
1,000
how
pounds.
LA
Died
Knight.
shortly
LA
after.
Knight. He's gonna be up in that air maybe one day. Isn't it funny? Like all the guys that are in that echelon of the greatest of all times, they all have generic, simple like nicknames like Hulk, Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock, The Undertaker. It's not the guy that's the intergalactic, interdimensional, psychedelic luchador. Like it's just
That's
the
why
generic-
Vince likes to take people's names to one name because he knows what.
But LA Knight is
catchy,
the
yeah.
megastar. So the megastar, such a generic.
Like
but
how many
Samson
people has
now.
Vince said no? You are now Biggie.
the game.
You're now Gunther.
What was Biggie's name before?
Biggie Langston.
Biggie Langston.
I thought you were gonna like make an indie joke or something like where you before. Like, it was like some ridiculous long name. He's like just
Biggie living.
Big Ernest Langston P.
Yeah, big.
Meat Smash.
I miss him though. Gosh, I miss
I do.
him.
Who Vince?
No,
Oh.
that was good. Nice, nicely done.
Did we
got
talk
me.
about how? Oh yeah, we did. The feds are after him, and he had major back surgery. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks old, buddy.
Yeah,
That's it.
he'll be rolling in a wheelchair into the air. Probably have
Every
another neck
time he's
brace on.
accused of something, he's got to be in a neck brace or
Yeah,
a back
it
brace.
gets worse and
Probably-
worse.
He's like on the Hannibal Lecter stretcher that they rolled.
He's
him out
like,
in
well,
or whatever. He's
it
like,
worked.
"I'm
It
fine.
worked 40 years ago, dicks.
Yeah.
I will never.
Eventually,
That's
he's just
true,
gonna
and he
be-
stays
it's
with the
just gonna be
same
his brain
formula
in
a lot.
Just gonna be his brain in a vat eventually, and it's gonna
Well,
be
and by
time
the
to-
way,
Making
it's
changes
not-
to SmackDown.
What's
Like-
weird about
like
it is
Futurama.
he's already admitted to everything. So money solves all problems. I don't think he's gonna serve any time. I don't know what
Yeah.
we're doing. Like,
Yeah.
and he's paying the company back, so the shareholders have
What are
nothing
you
to
gonna
be
do?
upset
He's-
about.
And put him
They're
in
trying
jail?
to smear him. Someone's trying to smear him to keep him out of power. Like it's got to be someone's leaking something and just keeping him at bay, so he won't want to come back.
Yeah, I was good.
But I mean, but what's
Or
been
Stephanie.
leaked though that hasn't already been put out there?
H.
HHH.
Or Linda.
Oh, I'm
That's the
sure
swerve
there's
is
tons
Linda.
of fucking
Ah.
bodies on Vince
Nah, it's
McMahon.
Triple H. So he didn't want to sell it to
Yeah,
us.
there's a
Fuck
lot
that
of
guy.
people that like he's made enemies with along the way, and when he
My
had the
God.
leverage, they didn't dare challenge him. But now, like,
I mean, imagine the shit that Patterson and Briscoe saw and Laurinaitis saw and all their head of talent.
But again, that was all
Bruce Pritchard.
private. That was all private co. So we're only gonna dig up
Yep.
to like when did they go public? 2001, 2002.
I think
Yeah,
Briscoe
I
and
think
Patterson might have been there for.
Yeah, but the
stock,
stuff, the stuff from
but you're right.
from the eight. From
oh no, they
the
were.
80s
Yeah,
and
Briscoe
90s,
Patterson were there. Yeah,
That stuff is
Patterson-
wild. We're not gonna see any of those skeletons come out ever.
Bruce
Yeah.
Pritchard.
In the
Bruce
private
Pritchard's the
set?
last. Probably
Oh,
the
right.
last, the youngest one that knows like a lot of that stuff. I mean, Patterson's gone.
He was to your point, Jess. He was so young. Bruce.
yeah, he was like in his 20s, like when he was there the first time.
He's
like,
seen
yeah.
some crazy shit, and
He's saw-
he's not
yeah.
too old to forget it.
Oh, wow,
He
you
did some
know.
crazy. He always tells Conrad about like in the 80s and stuff. He's like, I partied so fucking hard with those guys. Like it was. He's like, man,
it
I
shows.
was.
It
on-
shows.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do, yeah.
He's a partier.
Man, I'll tell you. Yeah, to be able to know what's in Vince's head, good or bad, and probably Pritchard too, to be able to tell us. Those are the things you could sell.
Imagine the books. Oh yeah.
hundreds of millions of books on.
Maybe Vince
Everybody
will.
wants to know about this.
Vince probably will.
And I hate
he
to
probably
say it,
has
like
one
some
written
people,
already.
just because he's around still, the second Vince takes his last breath, like
Oh,
you're gonna
yeah.
have. You're
There's
gonna
gonna be
have
so much shit
Frisco. You're
coming
gonna
out.
have you're gonna have Pritchard running.
I hate to
going,
say it,
"What's
like
my-"
how much shit came out after Michael Jackson died. Like
Yeah.
it's
Once
gonna be like it's gonna be
once
100
the
times
force
worse.
or the money guy leaves, it's like, I'll spill my fucking guts. Like,
Oh, he's dead. Oh, NDA's gone. Oh,
What's their big lawyer, Jerry McDivitt, who was like the lawyer for 30 years or something?
Yeah.
yeah,
He might
he's like
just
the-
actually be
real
leaving. Like
dirtbag.
that motherfucker has seen.
Bischoff would talk
everything.
about him often. Bischoff's like, I sat in so many like rooms with him because like they took WCW to court over the likeness of Hall and Nash and all that stuff. He's like, there's a lot of things they took WCW to court. He's like, that guy's a murderer. Like that guy, not legitly, but he will destroy you.
He will
like,
crush
he
you.
might.
Yeah.
Oh, because Bischoff's like, I used to get so mad at Turner lawyers because they were all about settling. They didn't want any bad juju. They'll settle. He's like, that McDivitt guy, he's like, he would fucking destroy. Like, he would go in there and like, he did not fuck around. Like,
Take it to
was
the mattresses.
Vince's name. It was Vince's family name, and Vince paid him well. And Vince was like, you protect this shit at all costs.
Vince is not, and Vince is
Like,
not
yeah.
afraid to take it that far. I mean, take it as
Oh,
far
even
as you
Dana
can.
You know,
White.
he thrives
He had
off
to.
it. I mean, it's just the
Yeah.
true billionaires and sociopaths. They thrive off.
When-
They're not happy unless they're fighting someone.
When Vince
Unless-
and
Yeah.
Dana White
So
had
true. So
had
true.
to negotiate about Brock Lesnar going to UFC and stuff, even Dana White said that guy's an animal. Like Vince is an animal.
really?
Yeah, Dana
Yeah,
White
Vince-
said he's an animal.
Yeah, no stone unturned. Vince wants every detail talked about.
Because Vince actually, so when Mike Goldberg, the original commentator with Joe Rogan for UFC, his contract was coming up, and Vince actually on his what was supposed to be his last show of the contract, Vince actually offered him $100,000 to ditch UFC and do a no show to come to Monday Night Raw. Like,
wow.
yeah,
Do it.
so that's why Dana White's he's an animal, man. Like he tried to get Mike Goldberg to.
And
no
now
show
they're in
our
the same
pay-per-view.
company on the same board together.
Yeah.
Oh, did we talk
Again,
about
but
Triple
the-
H
but
not
these-
being on the new Endeavor board? Did we talk about
It's
that?
not,
No, we
surpri-
didn't.
it's not surprising. I'm not surprised about
No,
that.
you guys
at
did
all.
talk about that. I was listening to the episodes. You guys did talk.
Last
about it.
week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Dave said that same exact thing.
As long
It
as
wasn't
he's still head of
surprising. It's not
creative,
surprising.
I'm good.
But it's not
As
surprising.
long as he's
though.
head of creative.
It's a
good.
real nothing burger. Really,
It really
people,
is.
But people are gonna make a big deal out of it.
Yeah,
but
well,
it's-
they all want their clickbait stuff. They want. Is Triple H gone from WWE?
Kicked out? Question mark.
Yeah,
Like down the screen.
and you got to point at the Triple H picture. And Triple H, you have to have the one where he's crying and stuff. Like,
Yeah, it's always not flattering picture of Triple
yeah,
H.
it's always
Yeah.
it's
the one where he's on
Triple
the
H
operating
gone
table.
from
He's almost dead. Like
It's
No,
when he
they-
was bloated
I'm
Triple
sure
H in
hospital.
02.
one
like when he was like,
literally had that one where he's in the ring where there's a tear in his eye. Like they literally had that on the fucking stupid thumbnail.
Paul Levesque
Yeah.
betrayed by Vince?
Fucking stupid, dude.
None
Yeah,
of that
exactly.
happened. None of that. No, not really.
Click
no.
for more.
Please don't.
What?
Please don't.
You want to get paid or not? Jesus.
Well, we're at an hour for unscripted.
Controversy
yeah.
creates cash. Yeah, should we wrap it up? It's good.
Yeah,
I
please.
love
Or I
Really
could
great.
repeat
I
more
love
stuff.
all
that I
these
just wanted to
subjects.
say.
All
Oh
this
my
is
God.
good and just
We'll
keeps
wrap
us
it up just
involved.
like Ed
It's just
did.
amazing.
So
It's fucking pro wrestling.
on this day, we see
So
clearly.
stupid big.
I hate him so much.
Cuz had to bring it back around. Dave, I laid off it. I was going to say
Yep.
his name
I really
anymore.
do. I really do hate him, and I think it's half because his fault that I hate him.
Hey, I'm actually with you now because of his last run. I mean, he didn't put anybody over
man.
other than Roman. So.
Can
I'm
we
with you.
close out with Edge's theme song? That'd be great.
On this day.
Yep.
There you go.
Thank you.
Get a job.
Yeah.
And then
Took my
a picture of Dave
Took
like
my
going,
jab.
Yeah.
do the
The way you
Dave
asked
lost
him
his
right now was
mind?
like you were
do a
completely,
shock
like,
face
earnest.
for the avatar for the thing, Dave. Like
Thumbnail.
Like,
Dave hates
like one of
Edge.
these ways?
yes, exactly.
Or like,
The way you asked him was just so like earnestly. You're just like, is that pushing it? If we no, okay. I'm asking. I'm just asking if we can. You think that'll
right.
that'll bother you? Okay, we want to do that.
Have a good week, everybody. See you back here
All
next
right.
week.
all right, Tony Khan.
All right.
Special announcement.
He doesn't have coconut.
Can we do that? Oh, you don't want to do that? Okay. Thanks, Tony.